We're gonna start with Dave on this one as we talk about the Western Conference Finals as it being set. Look at Joker. Joker making the same face I was making. Done?
What's going on?
Like they done? Like, you understand? But the Western Conference Finals are set. Like we said, we have the OKC Thunder against the Minnesota Timberwolves. And some would say this is a highly anticipated matchup because one, you have folks like Joe saying the Wolves run may be over. And you also have some folks saying, like, can Ant and Julian, Julius Randle get it done? I tried to make it a little duo name there. I don't think that's gonna work. They're like Julian. Who's Julian? But anyway, these two teams, man, they faced off a few times this season. Both got 2 wins. Again, you can give you the point averages and things like that. But the real question here, outside of these predictions, is we got two players. One, everyone's trying to give him the face of the NBA. The other one has commercials with his teammates. He's just keeping his head down and, just winning games. And they saying Sega could be the face of the NBA. So I'm going to believe in that this Western Conference Finals may be, and whoever wins it will just get handed that throne as the face of the NBA. But I want to know why Dave is going to pick the Wolves to win this in 6.
What made you think I was picking the Wolves in 6?
I just want to hear what you got to say, Dave.
That's what I wanted to know.
Oh, man.
Look, this is how I'm going to start this off. Ant-Man, trash can, flash in the pan, OKC in 6. OKC winning the series, man. I'm sorry. I think Ant-Man is awesome. I was talking about this on RBO earlier. This right here is literally, to me, I feel like this matchup is going to be the matchup of who's going to be the face of the league. I really feel like that's what it's going to be. Dwight Howard said this months ago when he predicted that this would be the Western Conference Finals. He said it was going to be OKC versus the Wolves. But these two young guards are, what a lot of people are looking forward to in the NBA. I mean, you got flashy Ant-Man, high flying, playing great defense. And, he talks a lot of trash. Then you got, they call him the Aura Man. And, you got SGA, Sega, the guy that leads the Dogs of OKC. This is a heck of a matchup. You got a guy who could potentially be an MVP and a guy who's going to be MVP this season. I mean, I think it's without question. But y'all notice that they didn't announce it at all. They normally announce it after the first round. They waited until this series was over, pretty much, to say who was going to be the MVP. And I think it's more likely it's going to be SGA. But this team, I believe that this series is going to be another series that exposes Rudy Gobert. I think Rudy is going to be a mismatch nightmare to some because I don't think he's going to be able to really do what he needs to. He's not going to be able to do what he did in the last 2 series. If you look at the Warriors and the Lakers, they don't have like those defensive big men that can cause problems. Chet, you saw last series, he was able to cause problems in that series against Denver. Offensively and defensively, he was able to drive the ball. He can hit the 3 from the corner, hit it from the top. Doesn't matter where it was. He can make a play. He can make a play driving the ball, and he's going to block shots and get rebounds. Isaiah Hartenstein, he did struggle with that hook shot that he normally hit, that the hook floater. He did struggle a little bit, but we know he can hit that for sure. And I believe those two guys can also cause problems for Rudy on defense, because Rudy ain't got no offensive bag. He got no moves in the paint. So if you're able to make him do something that he's not used to doing, he ain't gonna really be nothing offensively. Now he's still gonna be able to get his rebounds and everything, and he's gonna block some shots because that's what Rudy is. We know what he is in the paint. But I think he's gonna be a mismatch to the other guys. I don't think he's gonna be able to do much offensively against those two guys. And I think Chad is still gonna be able to do what he needs to do. I think Julius Randle, we got to look at him this series, see how he's going to be able to play, because they're going to throw Chat at him, Isaiah Hartenstein, they're going to throw Lou Dort at him, they're going to throw Jalen Williams at him. Jalen Williams, you saw what Jalen Williams did against Jokic. They consider him the Jokic stopper, because I think every time he checked him, I think Jokic shot only like 18% from the field with Jalen Williams on him. So they got a lot of guys to throw at this team, I think. But the biggest matchup is going to be Ant versus SGA. I think more than likely you're gonna see Ant on SGA most of the sometimes more so than SGA on him. But this is gonna be a huge matchup. I'm excited for the series, and I know it starts tonight. But I got OKC winning this.
All right, so you say you got OKC in 6.
Mm-hmm.
From what Joe's saying, it sounds like, and I know you're gonna go, Joe, and I'm gonna let you go, but it sounds like you saying this might be a sweep or 5.
I don't know if he's gonna say sweet.
I don't know yet. We gonna keep the crowd anticipated. We gonna wait to see because Joe and Bros, I'm going solo. Hey, HOA, we going Wolves in 6, man. You said we gotta get back on the same page, and we here. Cause I hear him talking about SGA, J. Will, Chet, Fred. You could place the bet. I'm sorry, but it's not happening. I got the Wolves winning this one in 6. Actually, I'm gonna save that one for the next one. But the way the NBA set up these conference finals, we're gonna be entertained either way. But because we got something going on in this R2L family, I got the Wolves in 6, and I believe Ant and them are gonna answer those same questions. Because again, the test that the OKC Thunder went up against, I believe Ant and them went against that test last year, right? They seen that test. So they know what's coming. Well, I don't know about Randall because that was Cat, but Ant was there. And Ant is showing y'all that he could be a leader of men as well. Because I think the Knicks was just like, we done with you, Randall. He said, come on over here, and we're gonna show you how we play basketball in Minnesota. It may get a little cold, we may get you some shirts from Target because we in the Target arena, but we feel like we got a target on our back, and we're gonna pass that back on to these OKC Thunder, and we're gonna win this one in 6. I want to hear what you got to say, Joe.
Okay, Tomo.
Can we get a side bet on this?
You was talking bars, Tomo.
What you want to do?
Can we? Yeah, I want. Joe, I'm gonna let you go ahead, but I want a side bet on this series.
Okay, not a problem.
Tomo, don't do it. It's over. Kenny Smith, you got it. It's over. It's over. You got to go ahead and play it.
Yeah, I got you. I gotta get there. My computer froze.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
It's a done deal. It's done. It's a wrap. It's a wrap like a burrito. It's over. It's finished. All right. So look, I said this last series when they played the Warriors. People are going to overhype Minnesota for what they did to LA. It's exactly what they did when they beat Denver. They beat Denver last year, and everybody like, they're going to beat Luka. I'm like, nah, chill. Luka going to beat them. What happened? Mavericks in 5. That's what happened. OKC, here's the difference. I get it. Minnesota beat Denver last year. Number one, Denver and Minnesota they're in the same division. They play like 4 or 5 times a year. Let's start there. All right? Although they play OKC 4 times this year.
There you go.
It kind of makes no sense. They went 2-2. But it's an act like I never said that. But anyways, Minnesota played Denver in the playoffs the year prior. People forget about that. They played the year prior. So then this is the second time they played Denver. And that's just a bad match. I don't know what that was. OKC, you can watch your TV and you can clearly see OKC is better than Denver. You can see that. The only difference is it was a hurdle OKC had to overcome to get through Denver. It was a big hurdle. It was an experienced hurdle. And they got through it. We saw it. It wasn't SGA. You saw game 1. Game 1, Chat folded. And they lost. That's what happened. Game 2, get them out of here. They don't belong on this court with us. Game 3, okay, Denver, you did your thing. Michael Porter Jr. showed up out of nowhere. Everybody hitting 3. Okay, y'all did y'all thing. First game. Game 4, SGA walked on the court laughing. Give me my dub. The youngest stepped up and won the game. Game 5, the youngest stepped up again and won the game. Game 6, SGA did his thing, but everybody was bricking. J. Will had one of the worst games I've seen for a guy who shoot that many times in the playoff game. And then follow up again, some blow him out. So they went over this hurdle where we know SGA is SGA. Sega. But what about everybody else? Everybody else showed up. So when it comes to Minnesota, we're not afraid of Minnesota. I mean, Jokic, he the best player in the world. We got Shea. And now on Shea level right now, I get it. Anthony Edwards in all the commercials. He's loud. He talks. He played for the USA team. He beat LeBron. He beat all these guys. But he ain't Shea. He ain't SGA. SGA, Sega. That's who he is. He is what's it called? The Atari? What's it called?
Atari? The Atari. Yeah, the Atari.
That's Anthony Edwards. All right, we Sega. All right. So my thing is this: Ant-Man, you cool. I like you a lot. You know, you're a great player, but you ain't on SGA level yet. Never been an MVP candidate. Like you just not on SGA level. SGA is here. Anthony Edwards is here, and we're gonna see it in this series. And I know Ant-Man is probably gonna get to the side, and he's gonna try to guard SGA. Don't do it. Put McDaniels on him. You too little. Put McDaniels on him. Put McDaniels on him. Put his cousin on him.
Get some help.
But all I know is OKC in the playoffs has been the third worst three-point shooter team in the playoffs. And they in the Western Conference Finals, Dave. You know what that means? It's the defense. Do y'all see the defense? They like dogs. Like, you be watching the game, and then I'm like, you know, I got to the bathroom. I go to the bathroom, come back. They won the 14-0 run. I'm like, what happened? Like, what happened? That's what they be doing. Now, Anthony Edwards, they play Luka and LeBron. Is there any defense there? No. They play the Warriors, and we all know if Steph Curry never got hurt, curtains, they would have lost. We saw game one. But because Steph Curry got hurt, it happened to happen. I'm glad Steph Curry got hurt, and they won, and they got to go against OKC. So, it's a wrap. And I'm going OKC. I'm going OKC in 5.
I knew it. Now,
My
bad,
OKC in
Joe.
5.
Okay.
Sorry for the delay, Joe, but I got you.
Okay. Joe said it 5. Dang.
In 5. He
1,
called
2, 3, 4, 5.
He called Ant-Man Atari, and he over there with Sega Dreamcast thinking about the finals.
He said ain't on his level. I wasn't expecting that.
Me neither.
I don't think he is. I think SGA is he's better than Ant. It's like if you ask me who's better than Ant on SGA, I'm not even thinking about it. It's SGA. No disrespect on Anthony Edwards. I mean, is he top 5 in the league? Anthony Edwards. Let's be real.
But you saying that you think he's the better of the two players, cool. The level is where people gonna be like, what you mean they not on the same level?
Not.
Okay.
He's not. When I say level, like Anthony Edwards not a top 5. Like you is Anthony Edwards top 5? You're like, nah. Not yet. They both, like Carl said, they both superstars. You know, Anthony Edwards do good in playoffs. Huh?
I mean, SGA is still averaging 29 points per game. That's not lackluster.
30, yeah, and he's shooting 50% still for real. What you talking about?
Yeah, that's not lackluster.
I would say both superstars.
And you gotta think about it, Carl. He had like 5 blowouts. He didn't play like in 5 second halves. Something for real. He played like 5 4 quarters.
He definitely ain't playing the fourth quarter in game 7.
Come on now. In game 7, game 2, game 1, and game 2 against Memphis. 4 games this playoffs. He ain't played the fourth quarter. And he averaging 30.
No, you're gonna need all 30 of them points because you're gonna need it.
I should have wore a headband and cornrows on the show.
I mean, he only had one.
If you would have showed up with cornrows,
I mean, did SGA have a game that he scored under 20 in the series?
I don't think so.
I know.
I know one thing. SGA went 0 from 11 from 3.
Sure did.
So now I ain't gonna diss Ant-Man like that. Ant-Man like
It's
he
cool.
not. But he ain't SGA yet. He not SGA yet, bro. He ain't SGA yet. SGA about to be the only guard since Steph Curry and before Steph Curry, Michael Jordan, to win the MVP and the NBA Finals MVP in the same season.
Game 3, Dave. He only had 18.
Okay.
Oh, game 3.
Other than that,
how many times to the ball?
7 for 22. It was bad.
Ooh,
I thought it was a game that he scored maybe like 16 or something like that. I had but 18. Okay, yeah, I remember that game.
Wow, and they lost that game too. That's when MPJ and all went crazy.
Yeah. That was the game that he walked off smiling
because he knew. He knew. Well, he knew. Just like go ahead.
No, I'm about to say, but every game after that, he pretty much he was good. So I can't say he was lackluster. He had a lackluster performance.
I feel Carl saying like he hasn't been a super. I mean, nobody hasn't played. That's what he's saying. Nobody has been like a consistent superstar throughout the playoffs. I just guess the wording is just a little off. I think SGA. Oh yeah, game 3 was the Jay Will game.
Yeah,
that's what happened. He was all, but Jay Will was on. Jay Will held with 30, I think.
Jay Will was cooking, but he wasn't. So
he was all. His shot was on all that game.
He was settling for 3 a lot in that game too. I remember that game because me and you were in the chat in that game. We was like, bro, why he keep settling? Just drive to the basket.
Looking like Ant-Man.
Like Ant-Man.
Looking like Ant-Man. 'Cause he was all, but Jay Will was on. Jay Will held with 30, I think. He was on. He was all. His shot was on all that game. He was like,
Yeah, okay, yeah. I agree. I agree there. I agree. I agree with you saying now, Carl. Compared to what they're supposed to be, yeah, I get you.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with
you.
you. He had a couple of games, but he put the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, got his bag when he needed to.
He definitely did. Because the way that game started, I was like, man, they can't score for nothing. Like you said, Joe, you come back, you're like 20.
I know.
How they get up 20? I just went
Now, bro,
downstairs.
I'm gonna find a clip. I'm gonna find a clip and post it. But I remember when they made a trade for Caruso, and we talked about who won free agency, who won the offseason or whatever. And I said it wasn't a big move, but I think OKC won free agency because they got rid of Josh Giddey, who was hurting them. Josh Giddey's good, but he was a bad fit for that team. And they brought in a perfect person for them, a guy with experience.
Yep.
And Caruso, bro, man, tell y'all, you ever play with me, Tomo? That's how I play defense, bro. I'm Caruso.
Just had to let that breathe for a second.
I'm serious.
I had to let you smell your flowers.
I mean, Joe, you know how I am defensively, so I mean,
yeah, you pretty good. Yeah, you good too, Dave.
I was letting you smell your flowers.
I'm serious though. Like I'm like Caruso.
We seen the stream,
the ball head and all that.
We seen the streams. You be
I
calling
just don't wear the headband.
Now, if you wore the headband, that might be.
I'm wearing the headband. It's gonna be cornrows in the headband.
You show up on the show. Now we say we want 5K subscribers. Joe show up on this show with cornrows. We better get 5K the next day. I'm not playing. I'm not playing.
You know they got them junk. You know, somebody send me. They got a little something on.
Who dropped the holder? Look at Teddy.
Okay, Teddy.
Shout out to Teddy with the $9.99. Knew Dave was smiling for me. Shout out to Teddy with the $9.99.
Go ahead.
I was gonna pass it right back.
It's one of them LeBron turnovers. You like, bro, what you doing?
Yeah, there you go. Treat you like J.R. Smith.
Oh my goodness. Right, but anyway, shout out to the best network on the internet, RTL. Hashtag thank you, FanDuel. Hashtag start spreading the news. Hashtag Red Sox suck. Hashtag so to the hold on.
Soto.
All right, I had to see that.
I got you.
I gotta make my words.
Misses the Yankees. There you go.
Hashtag Soto misses the Nats. Hashtag I miss JT. Hashtag Pats are back.
Yeah, we know you do. Because y'all ain't going nowhere. I ain't making the finals this year, Teddy. I'm sorry. It's right next year. Take a break, bro, from the NBA.
Raps. I think they made the playoffs, but finals.
That's it. Just take a break, bro.
Hey, Carl, you spot on. You already knew I was going with that one. You show up with the Fetty Wops. We going through the roof to the moon.
If they win in 5, hey, anything's possible.
All right, you come on here.
Hey, but before we move on, I do want that side bet though. OKC against the. I ain't forget. I made sure I
ain't forget.
That's no problem. That's not a problem. By the end of the show, we gotta come up with what the bet is gonna be. So
that's not a problem.
Gotcha.
That's not a problem.
Just saying.
Not a problem at all.